Alright, let's be real. A gangster gets his shit, but not putting himself in a situation where a normal person can call the police. Literally, it happened all the time. Literally, when I was in high school, I'm not afraid to say it. Alright, because Ben, what he would do, literally, he would punk a random Asian kid, with some leather shoes. Literally, he would be all like SOS, literally, and then he'll call the police. Literally, gangsters don't put themselves in a situation. They only put themselves in a situation to fool other gangsters, okay? It's true. Because if somebody plays your game, somebody's got to follow along. And what I told them, straight, through school, is the virus like a player game that ends up you losing in a fight to somebody literally weaker because he did everything literally what you expected for him to match your sexy statement where you're a blocker of one-handed shit. All right, so it's true. Alright, literally. And guess what happened? That exact same day, literally, when Ben was right, his crip came, he was like, SOS. Literally, Demarion came to my fucking door. Literally, he said the police are looking for Ben. Alright? You see how I was just happy to get high? Alright? Literally. And the reason why a gang knows that a little kid and a man are within range in terms of fighting because of fucking energy is the exact same reason why there's no problem when he actually says hi when he comes up to me today. Alright? Literally, it's true. All right, you need to recognize this shit. All right, because if you put yourself in a situation, there's no manipulation. All right, where gangsters get their shit from, literally, it's like look at Adolf Hitler. Everybody hates Hitler. Look at how many people he got involved. This, and that. The government's conspiracy theory. Literally, if you put yourself in that situation, you're like, hey, we have a leather couch. Literally, we're watching a good movie. Literally, we're not tossing socks around. Just like Shannon. Okay, it's true. It's completely fucking true, alright? Literally, a gangster doesn't fuck with no fancy shit, but he imitates it. Literally, he makes fun of it, alright? What a gangster does is he takes one piece of the story, he expands it without telling the whole story, alright? Now, let's get on. Literally, to this actual, facade, okay? Literally. Because I'm not gonna reveal anything, alright? I'm gonna say, it's extremely, ghetto what I'm going through. All right, somebody's obviously hacking me about YouTube, literally, and obviously a PlayStation account. But the more important thing is for you to recognize that, we are in a drip 2 situation. And when it comes to my mom, I told you, I reply like a movie, and she replied literally like a reality every single time, all right? I don't care, all right? Now, one thing you have to recognize, through and through, all right? It's that literally I called out manipulation, I called out game. Not only that, I grab a girl before, all right, literally, but I know how to repulse. So stop using my autism, my paper, where I know how to repulse, all right. Literally, this video show you through that I know how to repulse, literally. And the reason why humans are ignorant and why they're connected to monkeys is if I repeat something, it's installed into your brain. Literally, that's exactly the reason why I say something with deliverance can catch you off guard. That's because a human is ignorant, guys. Literally, the reason why. A popular girl can't help or doing with shit, all right? It's because guys are driving her out literally because of her beauty, this, and that, and life can't be real with her, all right? I'm telling you, I've been past that fucking phase. I'm over fucking 31, all right? I got in trouble when I was 24, all right? I looked like I had medicine and everything, okay? But to be real, the honesty of the statement has to be, with the way that I raised my child, all right? That's the reason why you're not getting away with everything, all right? Literally, and they literally see it going through their fucking heads, all right? Literally, they saw Lily me wear, directly the weirdest outfit in the world, do the greatest thing in the world, in high school. And guess what happened? Literally, they saw the girls reply life with boys every single time. What I couldn't keep happening, that's how I was able to expose a far from humanity, all right? 1, 2 has to click, eventually. But even, deeper, meaning behind that. Is that exactly why, Lily, you're an animal in actuality, where a gangster gets you, to this thing called reverse. You need to recognize that I learned over time that reverse is the reverse. You want to know why? If you never think 1, 2 organically like me, that means you're going to be addicted to something, like a man's butt, all right? Because you don't have, somebody putting 2, 3 together. There's somebody letting you drift away from 2, 3 together to make you think, oh, a man is comfortable. Oh, this, and that. Because a man isn't calling you out your shit, before you actually, berserk yourself to a point where you act out, all right? So it's true. Now, that's just a short segment, all right, for Isagi for today.